Thank you for joining us for Rock Hill Community Theater's annual membership celebration. Though we are sorry to not be able to see each of you in person this year, we still wanted to celebrate our members, patrons, volunteers, casts, crews, and everyone who supported the theater over the past year. We invite you to participate in tonight's event by commenting, sharing, or simply just watching. As always, visit us at rockhilltheater.org for volunteer, sponsor, and donor information, as well as relevant COVID-19 updates as they pertain to our future reopening plans. From all of us at Rock Hill Theater, thank you for playing your part.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Keith Hopkins, one of the board members of the Rock Hill Community Theater, and I'm so glad you've joined us on our first ever streaming annual membership celebration for 2020. And please feel free to add your comments or shout outs during this live stream. This is live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and show your support to someone you know if you see somebody that comes up in one of the shows that we talk about. And we're going to take a recap of what we've done in this season and then look forward. There's a lot in store for you, so hold on and buckle up. First, this season was Divorce Southern Style, and it was sponsored by Morton and Getty's law firm and directed by Jonathan Ewart. And this story about Eleanor Bander, divorced for 15 years, running low on cash, who decides reconciliation with her ex-husband Walter, whose second wife died the year before, is her best hope. Swirling within this story of deception are friends, neighbors, their 5-time engaged to the same fiancée daughter, and her ex's new flame, a former classmate who was Eleanor's competition from high school days. Through this madcap, fast-paced, wildly funny farce, Walter falls for the trap, but Eleanor began to realize that it's better off, after all, to stay single and broke than to resume the bickering that drove her away from Walter in the first place. Jonathan and the cast from front to back did a fabulous job. The set design was amazing. You felt like you were right there in the room. You were right there practically on top of the performers. It was very intimate and wonderful and fun. After that, we had the best Christmas pageant ever. And then, as you can see, well, we just went past the crew and the cast. Like I said, if you saw some of them, shout out to them. The best Christmas pageant ever, that was sponsored by Founders Federal Credit Union and directed by Ginger Heath. In this hilarious Christmas classic, a couple struggling to put on a church Christmas pageant is faced with casting the Herdman kids, probably the most inventively awful kids in history. The mayhem and the fun abounds when the Herdmans collide with the Christmas Story head-on. This delightful comedy, adapted from the best-selling young adult book, has become a holiday staple for groups across the United States. And our production had an amazing cast that was a part of it. All the kids, a lot of newcomers in both the previous show I mentioned and this show, which has been wonderful about this season. We've had a lot of new people join the Rock Hill Productions, and you can look through the cast pictures and the names. And if you see anybody there, give a shout out to them. They all did a fantastic job from the front of house to on stage. Next online was Plaza Suite, which was sponsored by BNA Associates and directed by Matt Farrell. Hilarity bounds in this portrait of three couples successively occupying a suite at the Plaza Hotel. A suburban couple take the suite while their house is being painted, and it turns out to be one in which they honeymooned 23, or was it 24 years before, and was yesterday the anniversary, or is it today? The wry tale of marriage in tatters is followed by the exploits of a Hollywood producer who, after 3 marriages, is looking for fresh fields. He calls on a childhood sweetheart, now a suburban housewife, for a little sexual diversion. And over the years, she's idolized him from afar and is now more than the match he bargained for. The last couple in this play was a mother and father fighting about the best way to get their daughter out of the bathroom and down to the ballroom, where guests await her as mother yells, "I want you to come out of that bathroom and get married." And as I said, that was directed by Matt Farrell and sponsored by the BNA Associates. This was the first production that Matt Farrell directed with the Rock Hill Community Theater, and we're looking forward to more from him. As you can see, it was a wonderful cast, great people, again, some newcomers to the Rock Hill Community Theater stage, and you're going to find out some more about that a little bit later. Next online in our plays was going to be 100 Lunches, a gourmet comedy directed by Logan Stamey. And unfortunately, as you can see by the date, and many of you were aware, we weren't able to actually put on that production, but we had a great cast. We put them together. John Knipe recorded it all. We're hoping to release it as a radio play. It's a successful mystery playwright. Chuck Reynolds had his plays lauded by all critics except Charity Starr when she shows up at his home and has the unmitigated gall to ask his expert help in writing a play of her own. Chuck fiendishly insists that her teacher/pupil sessions be held over lunch, with Charity footing the bill at the most expensive restaurants in New York City. Lunatic waiters provide a uniquely hilarious touch to these meetings, and love blossoms despite the scheming of Chuck's amorous neighbor. Charity's play opens on Broadway, and she finds out what it's like to be a target for all her critical conferees. Again, we're hoping that we're going to be able to get the rights to do this as a radio play. We already had the rights to put it up on stage, but as you are aware, we weren't able to put it up on stage. Going forward, and of course, there you've got your wonderful cast that's been involved. They put in the time, and again, we do hope to make that public. Special events and features that we had. Once, if you're not familiar with the play, the musical, the Broadway musical Once, it's full of fabulous music, and what we did was the full music of it. Not the play itself, but all the music. And it was directed by John Knipe. It was all done live, musically and vocally, sponsored by Knowledge Perk and the Wave Lab. And we actually were so popular that we added a second night, because the first night had completely sold out. And the second night, a lot of other people were able to attend. And as you can see by the date, it was right in the middle of all this stuff that's been going on in the world and in our country, and yet people still came out and supported it, and they were glad that they did. Following that was The Bells of Notre Dame, directed by John Knipe and Alex Pena. And this came about due to our cancellation of our summer main stage production, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which we were totally looking forward to putting up on the live stage. John and Alex put in some great work and put together all these live performers and singers and put the whole production together. You can see it now. We've had 6,000 views on our Facebook and YouTube channel. And if you haven't seen it yet, go to Facebook and look it up on our videos or our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to enjoy that wonderful performance. Then again, we have these great people that are part of our community theaters. You can see some of those people that are involved. All these people, give them a shout out. If you didn't see it, go see what was done, like I said, on Facebook and in YouTube. We have a great group of people with great heads and thoughts, and we came up with this Teamwork Tuesdays. This is the first time we've done it, and each week each member of our board submitted about themselves. And, it's really good to find out more about your board members, including for me to find out more about my board members, because I found some things out I didn't even know, reading their bios and their stories and whatnot. So you can go and look that up on our Facebook page too, and find out more about our Rock Hill Community Theater board members. And just get behind and support them. The whole series. Next, we had the Fabulous Fables, timeless stories that stimulate conversation, and they were told about the following list of actors, as you can see there. Again, give those people a shout out. Those are listed on our Facebook page as well, so you should be able to pull those up. And the whole series was just a wonderful diversion from all the world had been going through. And each one was presented with excellence. These are interesting times, and it's causing us to rethink how we are presenting the arts, which are, even in a time like this, even more desperately needed, because we all need to be inspired and brought up to a higher level beyond all the things that are going on in our lives. And that's what art does. And that's what Rock Hill Community Theater is so dedicated to do, is bring these things into people's lives and inspire them, maybe make them think, have different conversations, expand their thought process about what they think life might be like. So we're so looking forward to the things that are going to be coming forward as well. We also had a Mastering the Craft series that just went fabulously. All of this was online. Again, if you didn't have a chance to experience it, I believe some of this is available that you can look it up. You can see the people that we had there. We had Beyonce Hoyles, who's a New York City actor, Dr. Bradley Sabelli, professional designer of stage costume and lighting. He did 3 sessions for us. Daniel Gaiman, New York City dancer and actor. Joe Miller, an award-winning sound designer. Mary Stout, a New York City character actor. And Bob Marks, who's done some live vocal coaching with us. He did a video coaching for us with this Mastering the Craft. And, there were great sessions with each and every one of them. And, we've had a great season. Despite what's happened in the world around us, we've still had a great season. And we do need your help to continue these projects. We set a goal to reach a total of 5,000 for Rock Hill Community Theater. And you can visit our website, and there's a scroll, as you can see that there, donate at our rockhilltheater.org/donate. And if you'd like to become a patron, et cetera, I'll talk about that in a little bit. But we appreciate everything that you could possibly give to the Rock Hill Community Theater so we can continue to inspire, to motivate, and lift people up. The number of people in our shows, our cast and our crew throughout this last season has been fabulous. As you can see, we did 4 total shows, the 1 concert, 1 virtual. You can see the total number of tickets that we've had in each of the shows, and these were not including season passes. And our total number of tickets for the season in all of our productions, that's how many people were involved with the Rock Hill Community Theater on stage. And then, of course, we had the people backstage as well, and back behind the front of house, behind the sound table and whatnot. Total number of volunteers this year was 26. We'd love to see that number go up into this next season because we always welcome and can use more volunteers. We appreciate everybody who can lend their talents and their gifts to help out in any way, shape, or form with the Rock Hill Community Theater. And our total number of paid crew was 8, as you can see. And again, you can also just go to that sponsor, donate at www.rockhilltheater.org and donate. We also had some special things that we did. We had some community impact. Our was back to school bash. We participated in the Teacher Back to School Day, which is going to be a little different this year, I think, because everybody's going to be doing school at home. So who knows what we might be able to do? Maybe we could do a video thing that could go into classes. We were part of the Winthrop Convocation, and last Christmas we were part of Christmasville in the opening and the closing ceremonies. And we did have a wonderful year. Yes, we did. So now here's a recap. As you can see, those were our main donors for the 3 stage shows that we did. And then we've also got benefactor patrons, sustaining patrons, and patrons. And you too can be any one of those. Again, you can go to the Rock Hill Community Theater, the rockhilltheater.org website, and you can see how to become a patron going forward. We appreciate our benefactors, Kristen and Don Seclair and Michael B. Smith, and all our sustaining patrons. I'm not going to read the name of their list, but you can as well if you want to give them a shout out for supporting and being a patron for the Rock Hill Community Theater. That'd be great. And then we have the patrons, as you can see that list there too. And again, like I said, you too can become any level of patron, but anything that you can donate to help us reach that $5,000 goal at rockhillcommunitytheater.org/donate would be wonderfully appreciated. And now here's a little musical compilation of that once.
minutes come. Oh, if you don't mind, please yourself at the same time. The
Tobie.
Spajle bi oni oboje.
Hey, 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 hey,
hey. Dublin with a broken heart. Whoa, broken hearted Hoover fixer sucker guy.
How long do you think you stay But where are you, my angel, now? Don't you see we're crying?
It's time that you
Hello, everyone. I'm Halee Christopher. I am the current president for Rock Hill Community Theater, and I have been working with the theater now for 3 wonderful years. I'm delighted to be a member of this team, and this organization has allowed me to use my talents to push me out of my comfort zone, even pushing me back onto the stage again. And it has challenged me to bring people together and sharing their gifts and their stories. The rest of our amazing board includes Gretchen Cibarelli, Nicole Dillon, Charles Hardy, Brenda Hochreiter, Charlie Hochreiter, Charlene Hopkins, Keith Hopkins, Rochelle Keelan, Abby Marshall, John Knight, Alex Pena, Maggie Schwietert, Shauna Morris, Keith Shannon, Emily Smith, and Susan Smith. We have an absolutely amazing board who gives so much of their time. We're all volunteers and we're all here to just make theater together and being able to share in that. We also have some new board members that are coming along and joining us, and these are our incoming board members as nominated by our nominating committee. So our slated board members are Mayuko Fukina, Morgan Overcash Young, and Jay Grant. So with these additions, we have fully staffed our board of directors, and according to our bylaws, we cannot accept any nominations from the floor. But I will now ask all of our members to vote in favor of these new board members by typing yes into the comments. I'll give you a second. Go ahead. We need some yeses. You guys just don't know how talented these people are. Yay! So, all opposed? Say nay. Oh, looks like the ayes have it. Welcome, new board members. Thank you so much. Yes. Now I also get to present to you the newly installed officers voted on by the board of directors, our upcoming executive committee for the 2020-2021 season. Rochelle Keelan as our treasurer, Nicole Dillon as our secretary, Alex Pena as our second vice president, John Knight as our first vice president, and I will be serving again gladly as president of Rock Hill Community Theater. Thank you all for your willingness to serve. Now is your chance to play your part and help us reach our goal of $5,000 for Rock Hill Community Theater. Please visit our website at rockhilltheater.org/donate to help us out. Now, I'll hand it back over to you, Alex.
Thanks, Holly. To everyone, thank you again for joining us on this live stream. Make sure you donate if you can to help us reach our goal of $5,000. Now, for this season, we want to recognize and celebrate our cast, crew, and volunteers. So we have established our board awards for our season. And so with that being said, we want to be able to show you guys who we want to celebrate with. Please feel free to add any comments down below so that we can show and celebrate these people that we want to recognize. So support anyone you may recognize down below as well. So first off, on our volunteer awards, we have the Spotlight Award. The Spotlight Award, these three individuals, they have been great in their roles of what they performed on stage. You have Nathan Hall, who played Walter Bander in Divorced Southern Style. You have Nicole Dillon, who played Grace Bradley in The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. And you also have Keith Hopkins, who played Sam Nash and Roy Hubley in Plaza Suite. So make sure you drop some comments on anyone you may recognize. And with that being said, let's go ahead and celebrate and see who the winner of the Spotlight Award is. Congratulations, Keith Hopkins. He is one of our hosts on this live stream. So make sure you congratulate him and make sure you drop him a message, drop him a comment, and we'll make sure to get that on board. It seems that some of you guys recognize some faces, so we want to make sure to celebrate that and make sure everything and everyone is recognized as far as who was a part of this adventure with us. So congratulations again, Keith. We'll make sure to get that award to you. All right. Next up, we have Youth Excellence Award. These kids are absolutely outstanding. We had so many talented kids, so many gifted kids, but these three in particular, they just were very professional for their age. So all of these three kids were in our show, on our winter show, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. We had Cohen Campbell, who played Charlie Bradley. We had Dara Lister, who played the sister, Beth Bradley. And we also had Jelena Kate, who played Gladys Herdman. Like I said, these three kids, they were absolutely a wonder to work with. And I'm sure most of you, if you went to go see the show, it was such a great, humble show. And it was just fun time, especially around the holidays. So all of these kids amazing. Here we have some shout outs from Christy Quinn Young, who said, "Love you, Cohen." We have some comments. As I said, everyone was amazing. So all of these kids, so many shout outs. Everyone was so good, says Charlene. So again, now let's go ahead and reveal who the winner of this Youth Excellence Award is. And our winner is Jelena Kate. Congratulations, Jelena. You were awesome to work with and a great Gladys. So we'll make sure to get that award to you if you're watching. Congratulations. So again, this show was awesome. If you happen to go, it was a pretty great show to see. All right. Next up, we have the Newcomer Award. These people were new to Rock Hill Community Theater this season. So if you see some of their faces, this was their first show they had done this season. So we have 4 nominees for this award. The first nominee we have is Tom Baker. He played Dr. Abernathy in Divorced Southern Style. And he also played along with Jay Grant, who was also in Divorced Southern Style as Vince Sigmund. But if you did not see him in Divorced Southern Style, he was also a vocalist in Once. Great voice, Jay. Just giving you that shout out. We also had Catherine Stewart, who played Karen Nash in Plaza Suite. This character was quite the character, and Catherine played it pretty well. So congratulations on that role. Like I said, everyone was super talented. Next, we have Erin Van Driesen, who played Miss Skolem in Best Christmas Pageant Ever. And she was also in 100 Lunches, which hopefully, as Keith had mentioned earlier, Hopefully we get to do it as a radio play, but she was in that cast. And again, everyone put in a lot of work to their shows. And thank you for joining us this season and bringing some new faces. It's always great to have some new faces to the theater. So the winner of our Newcomer Award is Catherine Stewart. Congratulations, Catherine Stewart, who played Karen Nash in Plaza Suite. Catherine, we will make sure to try to get that award to you, but thank you again for joining us this season as a newcomer to Rock Hill Community Theater. Now let's just go and see some comments. Kat was on spot and fabulous in her role, and a lot of people are saying can't wait to see everyone on stage again. Again, we are so happy and just really looking forward to coming back and creating some more shows for everyone. Congratulations again, Catherine, for your win on the Newcomer Award. Next up, we have the Tech Award. Even though these people are not on stage, they're just as important as the performers. So we have 4 nominees for the Tech Awards. Our first nominee is Parker Dillon. He was the sound designer for Divorce Southern Style. Second, we have Dave Ward, who was the set designer for Plaza Suite. And then we have Stephanie Brooks, who worked with him as the stage manager in Plaza Suite. And then we also have one of our board members, John Knipe, who did the sound design for 100 Lunches. Again, this was, hopefully we're wanting to produce this as a radio play, so he helped a lot and he was very vital in that regards. Let's see some comments. We have Yay Parker from his mother. So hey to Nicole as well. We have a lot of people's. These comments are great, guys. I'm trying to go through them as much as I can, but lots of comments coming through, which is great to hear. So our winner for our Tech Award is Dave Ward for our set design in Plaza Suite. If you had not seen the set design, it's a pretty incredible set design that was put together. So make sure you go to our website or make sure you go to our social media to check out some of those pictures of the set with some of the cast that was also participated in that and created this wonderful world of Plaza Suite. And then last but not least, we have our Volunteer Award. This award is for people who had volunteered in all aspects with Rock Hill Community Theater. They helped front a house, they helped concessions, they helped backstage, they helped anywhere they could help to help move Rock Hill Community Theater in the right direction. So first we have Charlene Hopkins, then we have Debbie Lister, and we have Mayuko Fukino. So these 3 ladies are amazing, like I said, and we are incredibly thankful that they have volunteered so much time to this theater. So will we now reveal the winner of our, sorry guys. I don't know what's happening. Actually, wait, I think we're missing 2 nominees, actually. Wait. Well, sorry, guys. All right. I think I got it. So the 2 nominees and the winner of our Volunteer Award, actually, we have a new Volunteer Award. In honor of these 2 incredible people, we have decided to rename our Volunteer Award as the Hawkrider Volunteer Award. Brenda Hawkrider and Charles Hawkrider, they have been 2 very vital, important people with Rock Hill Community Theater. As you can see, Brenda has served 17 years and Charlie has served 16 years. Collectively, they have put so much hard work and have made Rock Hill Community Theater what it is. So with this being said, we are renaming the Volunteer Award in their honor as the Hawkrider Volunteer Award, but they are also the recipients of this award. So we want to thank them so much for all they have done for the theater. They are also outgoing board members. So if you have seen their faces or if you recognize them, make sure to reach out to them and congratulate them. Like I said, they have done so much work and we just want to celebrate them. It is very well deserved. Like I said, they have put in so much work. There's so much love for the both of them that these people are just great to be around and we're going to miss them extremely. And again, they will most likely volunteer with us and continue to volunteer. But thank you so much, Brenda and Charlie, for all you have done. It means the world, and you have really formed what Rock Hill Community Theater is. As you can see, there are so many comments that are flooding through. We would not be here without Charlie and Brenda. So we just want to celebrate that and make sure that you know that you are appreciated for all you have done. So thank you again to Brenda and Charlie. We appreciate everything you have done. So with that being said, that is the end of our Volunteer Board Awards. Thank you to everyone for this year. Thank you for all the volunteers, the cast, and the crew. We appreciate you so much. Again, my name is Alex Pena, and now we will go ahead and do some entertainment again we'll do a highlight reel from our video of Bells of Notre Dame.
Child a cruel name, a name that means half-formed.
How much fun was it to be a part of the Bells of Notre Dame? John and Alex had everything laid out for the cast, and we just had a ball learning some of the hardest music I've ever worked on in my entire life, but you made it so easy for us, and so thank you for that. I also have some other special thank yous. Thank you to Metrolina Theater Association for always supporting us and promoting our events and sharing insight into our productions. To our corporate sponsors and our donors, for without your funding, none of this is possible. To everyone who purchased tickets to come and see our show, the applause lasts in our hearts as well as just in our memories. To our cast and crew and volunteers, it's been an honor to stand beside you this year, and I just thank you so much. Speaking of volunteers, you can go to our website at rockhilltheater.org to see how you can play your part in our next production. And don't say that, oh, I don't have any skills. I don't know how to run lights. I don't know how to sew costumes. I can promise you, we can use your gifts. Everyone has them, and we will find a way just to bring you into our community. We love that. Another way that you can play your part right now is to donate and help us to get to our goal of $5,000 for Rock Hill Theater. As you know, with having to cancel out our shows, both the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and we've had to cancel our first show, The Nerd, and our Screw Tape. We're probably not going to be able to do that unless we are able to do it virtual. So that is cutting into the income that allows us to continue to bring you programming. So please rethink putting us as part of your donations this year, because we can certainly use it to help keep our theater afloat and keep bringing all of these programs to you. Now, some additional things to look forward to. We do have auditions for This Is Halloween. They are due tomorrow at 5 p.m. Don't panic, you still have time. And this is from The Nightmare Before Christmas. This Is Halloween is our next musicale production. And this comes on the heels of The Bells of Notre Dame. which will be a little of the spooky side. So grab your favorite costume and theater makeup and join us for this fun production. Again, final call for auditions is this Monday, August the 24th at 5 p.m. So if you would like some more information on that, you can check us out on our Facebook page, or you can go to our website, www.rockhilltheater.org. We are also in search of a new home. If you know of a space that would be a perfect setting for our next production, please let us know. We are also hoping that we can beat COVID and leave it in 2020 so that we can present half of our season starting in February of 2021. We're hoping to be able to share with you all Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, The Bald Soprano, and West Side Story. We also have a special thank you to our new board member, Jay Grant, who revised our Rock Hill Community Theater logo to, here it is, our new logo. Don't worry, guys, we're still all about community. We may have taken it out of our logo, but that's where you come in. Thank you all for a fantastic year, from our theater family to yours.
Thank you for joining us for Rock Hill Theater's annual membership celebration. We look forward to seeing you soon and hope that you all stay safe and healthy until that time. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter at rockhilltheater.org to stay up to date on our current plans and opportunities. Remember that this is only an intermission and we can't wait to bring you the next act. Thank you for playing your part.